Give me some BBs, I'm in here with ice.
What's up, I'm Slap J. I am a entrepreneur, video producer, content creator, and man, I'm in Compton. I have to say my favorite shoe ever is probably gonna have to be, we're going with the flu games. And the reason why is, so I remember being in high school and I remember watching Jordan play in these shoes. And at the time I did not have adult money. And I used to see everybody, you know, with the shoes and stuff like that. And I didn't get a chance to have these. So when they came out, I still didn't get them. I had to get them like maybe 3 or 4 years ago and pay a little pretty penny. But I had finally got them in my collection when I got adult money. And this is a pair that'll never leave. You know, flu games, OG over everything. So the shoe I wanted when I was younger also came around the time of like the 11s. So we got the Scottie Pippens, okay? The ones that say Air on the side. OG colorway, that was the pair that I wanted. I wanted that and the Grand Hills, but over everything, it was always that pair that kind of like solidified, you know, like, hey, if you was in the game, like that was the only other thing that was acceptable in addition to Jordans. Like if you had a Jordan, or if you had the Scottie Pippen or Gary Payton, or, you know, everybody had their own signature shoe. It wasn't just Jordan at the time, but for me, I personally wanted the one that said Air because back in that day, you was popping if you had that Scottie Pippen. Probably one of the hardest pairs for me to acquire had to have been the Union 4s, off Noir. So this is when Union did their, you know, raffle and everything, and I just so happened to be on that street. Tons of people in line. I had somebody with me. We went and got tickets, and it was just off of a whim. And it just so happened to be that they don't care about shoes, which I was so happy of. They gave me their ticket, and when the text came through, it was like, oh, you won. I was like, thank you, Jesus, you are somebody. So yeah, there we go, off Noirs, Union 4. So I think my first pair of sneakers had to have been something along the lines of like Converse or something, but not the Converse that was like Chucks. It was things like Larry Birds or Magic Johnson. You know, back when they had like the Converse All-Star, ain't nobody wearing them shits today. But you know, it was a shoe that was fire back then, way back then. The go-to shoe that I throw on I gotta go back to this one right here. I gotta go back. Every time I throw this shoe on, whether you're young or you're old, you know, you're a sneakerhead or not, everybody loves this shoe, especially if you know the history behind it. And so whenever I throw this on, people be like, oh, you got the Flus on? They ain't dropped these since 2016. You know, this one of them ones right there. I'm always getting compliments on those. One of the shoes that holds sentimental value to me is, go ahead and turn it's gonna be these Gorge Green Jordan 1s. So I know other people slept on these, but for me, I really love these because these were a gift from a family member of mine. They knew I wanted them. Green is my favorite color. I was originally born in Boston, so the Celtics is my team. Green is the color. Green for the bean is what they say. But yeah, I got these for my birthday, and I mean, what can be more sentimental than that? You know what I'm saying? I love these. Shout out to my cousin. Good luck. Oh man, I did not know you was gonna say that. How much do I spend on sneakers a year? You know, I'm embarrassed to say, damn. Okay, so last year, maybe 15,000. It's embarrassing because nobody's asked me that before. Like, what are you spending a year? Like, golly, y'all in my shit like that. So I like to think that the most exclusive pair of shoes that I own would be something like this. Now I know some people be like, damn, what do you mean? Like they just some regular, some Jordan 1s, but here's the difference. You're gonna see people with Travis Scotts. You're gonna see people with all the hype shoes. When I step out in these, most people are like, what are those? And these were a limited edition Jordan 1, believe it or not, mid. It is from the Perspective line. It's got super high quality materials. It's got the Nike Air on the tongue. It's a sexy sneaker. And I have not seen anybody else with these. always get compliments when I wear them. And for me, that's probably the shoe that I'm not going to see anybody else with. What shoes are overrated? Okay, so, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and say that 11s are overrated. And I know y'all gonna hate me for that. And I've got about 14 pairs of 11s, but they overrated. Unless they OG, I'm sorry, they're overrated. There are many other Jordan 1s to me that are doper. Now, underrated? Yeah, I'm gonna give that number to the 9s. I really like Jordan 9s. I think it's a super dope silhouette. I think they're super underrated, especially when you find them in the OG colorways, and you can wear them with a lot of different things. Just my personal opinion, and if I could throw a little side note in there, I'm gonna throw the 14s as being underrated as well. 14s are fire. The Lord is telling me that if I had to switch a collection, it's gonna be with DJ Khaled. I hope you hear this. I would love for you to take my little 200 and I can get your 200,000 sneakers. I would love that, young man. But yeah, that's who I would definitely switch my sneaker collection with if I had the opportunity, or Fat Joe. Once again, Slap J in the building, man. It's the young man. I'm trying to let y'all know I really know about these sneakers. I really love them, man. Hey, buy what you like. Don't let nobody else influence you. You get your sneaker collection, man. Holla at the young man. Thank you for having me on Certified Soul.